On Tuesday, I promised Virginians that today we would talk about what Phase 3 will look like. Now, I want to be clear. We are not entering Phase 3 this week. While the statewide numbers are trending in a positive direction, we need to continue to evaluate the data. But people need and they deserve to be able to plan. So I want Virginians to see what Phase 3 will generally look like when we do make that decision. It still means you're safer at home, especially if you're vulnerable. It means we still strongly encourage teleworking. People still need to focus on physical distancing in all situations outside of their home. Face coverings are still the right thing to do in indoor public spaces. But Phase 3 will also bring some changes. Social gatherings may include up to 250 people. We have some slides, so please follow along as we talk. The cap on capacity for non-essential retail will be lifted. So will the cap on capacity for restaurants and beverage services, but physical distancing is still required. Entertainment venues like museums, zoos, and other outdoor venues may open at 50% capacity with a cap of 1,000 people. Gyms and fitness centers may be open up to 75% of capacity. Personal grooming services, such as hair salons, will still need to follow physical distancing requirements. Child care facilities may be open. Overnight summer camps will still be closed. Recreational sports will still require physical distancing, and swimming pools may be open at 75% of capacity with physical distancing. And as I said, face coverings are still required in indoor public spaces. Studies increasingly show how effective face coverings can be to reduce the spread of this virus. But we all need to wear them and wear them properly. This is easy to do, and I'm proud of all the Virginians who are showing a responsibility for their neighbor by wearing their face coverings. Here you can see a graphic representation of the Phase 3 guidelines, and much more detail will be posted on our website. I realize this is a very busy slide. I want to say again, we are not moving to Phase 3 yet. Our health data is positive. We are also monitoring other states. We're going to be cautious and careful and watch the data for a little while longer before we move forward. I speak weekly with other governors. As you have seen, there have been surges in other states that have eased restrictions prematurely, and I am monitoring those very closely. As we do, I want to emphasize to every Virginian, just because something is allowed doesn't mean it's required. If a business doesn't feel comfortable opening or can't meet the requirements, it does not have to open. And just because there are more places to go does not mean you have to go there. We still need to consider where we need to go versus where we may want to go. We still need to be careful when we are out in the public. Because while our data is good and our restrictions may ease, the virus has not gone anywhere. We are adapting our lives around it, but it has not changed. So we must be even more cautious when we go out in public. We all need to continue to use the same common sense that you have used throughout this pandemic. Stay physically apart from other people, wear face coverings, and wash your hands frequently. We know that these things work.